Hey guys, back once more with your Samsung news. We have amazing new official renders of all three of the S21 phones, including the S21, the Plus, and the S21 Ultra looking so good. Amazing official promo leaks, S21 specs leaks as well, and some hardware news. Also, Samsung possibly ditching the charging brick. Oh boy. And the S21 Ultra leaks and news as well. So yeah, as we're getting really close now to that 14th of January launch event, the leaks are coming daily, thick and fast. We have this news as well that I want to highlight first, which is apparently Samsung leaving the charger out of the box with the S21, at least in some regions. So this news story comes from actually a regulatory filing, which has the S21 models registered, but no charging brick registered. And yeah, obviously the internet has gone into overdrive saying Samsung are basically shooting themselves in the foot. They made fun of Apple for getting rid of the charger a couple of months ago, literally mocking Apple for not having the charger. And now, as everybody knew, Samsung are going to do it as well. Actually, nothing is really confirmed. There are a few other registrations and filings, especially in the States, that actually have the phones with charging bricks. So this may be just specific to some regions, may also be a mistake, but this is obviously something Samsung are going to do at some point. It may not be in the S21 series, it may be further down the line, but just like the headphone jack, Android phones are going to follow suit and take away the charging bricks sooner or later. We'll have to wait a couple of weeks until we're nearer the launch to actually know for sure what markets are getting the charger or aren't getting the charger. This news story may just be a mistake, so we'll wait and see, but certainly it's going to be a big, I would say, just embarrassment for Samsung if they leave it out because of all the stink that they made about Apple doing it and then a few months later doing it themselves. It would just be a big fail for me, but I guess we'll see if Samsung do it or not. Other really good news when it comes to the S21 series just out today is with regards to the fingerprint sensor. And yeah, finally good news about the Samsung fingerprint sensor. And if you're a Samsung fan or a user or you keep up to date with it, you'll know that they've been using this same ultrasonic fingerprint sensor for years now, and it's never really been up to scratch. My own personal use of Samsung phones with this ultrasonic fingerprint sensor has been totally fine, to be honest. I've never really noticed too much difference with it being sluggish, but recently optical fingerprint sensors have been really good, like super fast, and they've definitely improved. And this fingerprint sensor needs an upgrade, and Samsung are finally giving it to us in the S21. This will be the first upgrade for years for Samsung. So they are making the ultrasonic sensor bigger. The new sensor will measure in at 8mm by 8mm, so 64 square millimeters in total, which is pretty big and is almost 2 times bigger than the current sensor they have. Not only is the size increasing as well, but the speed is increasing. So yeah, some good upgrades here. I know a lot of people complain about the sensor maybe not being great. Well, we're finally getting a new and improved version. I did assume that this maybe was going to be the Qualcomm Sonic Max. This is the new ultrasonic fingerprint sensor from Qualcomm. They released that a while ago now, and it is absolutely massive. It's super quick, and you can put 2 fingerprints on there at once. That's obviously going to increase security. This sensor though is not the same size as that. So we'll wait for some hardware information to see if it is actually the Sonic Max but smaller, or if they're just using a new and improved version of the one they already have. The Sonic Max by Qualcomm is actually 20mm by 30mm in size. So this one at 8 by 8 is definitely not the same size. In any case, I'm glad Samsung are improving this a new bit of hardware, because optical sensors these days are really quick and accurate and good and getting bigger. So it's about time we got a new one, and we're getting it. Then we come to the biggest leaks, and we get this from Max Weinbach with Android Police. And these are our first look at official promos and marketing images of the S21 phones. We get all 3 of them here: the S21, the Plus, the S21 Ultra, looking so good as well. That is a ginormous camera array. And we have 5 lenses in there, which is just crazy. We actually get 4 camera lenses and then a laser autofocus in the top right. It is made to look like a lens though, so it looks pretty cool and it matches the others. I've got no problem with that. These are though, for the first time, official leaked images and videos of the S21 phones. Up until now, we've had the CAD renders by OnLeaks, which are his own creation based on leaked design and CAD information. And yeah, kudos to him because he was pretty much 100% spot on with the designs. So a couple of takeaways from these videos. Firstly, I really like the new designs. It's new, it's different, it's fresh. I wasn't a massive fan of the S20 designs, especially the Ultra. Didn't really like the color. It was like an OAP's plastic shoe color or like a hospital floor color. I really didn't like it when I had that phone. I'm really glad that they're moving away from that. It looks more modern. It's just a bit different and fresh. It's not the usual cookie cutter camera array design that we've had for so long now. Also quite interesting is it looks like the chassis and the bezels actually have a different color than the back color. So you can see the Phantom Violet color actually has this bronze chassis and that moves into the camera array as well. Designs, of course, are subjective. You may like it or hate it, but I'm glad that Samsung are just trying something different and fresh and modern here. Also confirmed here is that the S21 and the Plus follow exactly the same setup and design. The Plus is just going to be a bigger version of the S21, so bigger screen and bigger battery. But other than that, it's going to be the same phone and the same design. We have heard that the Plus may get an ultra wideband chip inside that the S21 doesn't, so we'll have to wait and see if that actually comes. Also from leaks, we heard that the S21 Ultra will not be getting the same amount of colors as the S21 and the Plus, and that's also confirmed here, I guess. The S21 Ultra here in a black color, and the other two very colorful with that Phantom Violet. It also seems that the 100 times space zoom branding that the S20 Ultra had is not being carried over into the S21 Ultra. So it looks like there's just a blank space there. Maybe Samsung may brand this, but from what we see, and these are official marketing images, there's nothing there. I think it was a kind of failure, that 100 times space zoom branding. The camera itself wasn't a failure. It was amazing. The 5 times zoom, that even 10 or 20 times off that zoom camera on the S20 Ultra just had incredible results. But the 100 times space zoom kind of mixed things up a bit. Looks like they're ditching it this time. We also get some confirmation about the chipsets going into the S20 series. So there's a filing in the USA. The FCC filing shows that the S21 series will have the Snapdragon chipset. There had been some rumors that Samsung may have just switched over fully to Exynos this year. That isn't happening according to this filing. So if you're in the States, you will be getting a Snapdragon 888 chipset in this one. In this filing as well, in the States, there is a charger in this filing at 25 watts. So that leads me to believe that the rumor about taking the charger out of the box this time may not be entirely true. So we'll have to wait and see, but it looks like there's a 25 watt charger with that filing in the States. According to a tweet from Ice Universe though, we won't find out about the Exynos 2100 until after the Exynos 1080 launches. That will first launch in a Vivo phone in mid to late December, so we'll have to wait until around then until the Exynos 2100 can launch, and then we'll know everything about the specs of that chipset versus the Snapdragon. That is all for your Samsung news this time around though. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in the next one.